So we're at MIR, Maryland International, for the first time ever for this big like Ford race. It was kind of like a last minute decision to come here. We kind of decided like a month ago, but the plan was to come down today, run the Ford race, stay for tomorrow, make a change to the car and test it quarter mile and see if it like got a little bit faster. But our plan kind of changed when we got that flat tire on the way when we were getting ready to go to US 13 2 weeks ago. So we didn't really want to pay for a hotel, and it's like a 3-hour drive, so we didn't want to drive home and then come back. So we're just gonna do the Ford race today. But I mean, it wasn't a bad entry fee. The purse is good. It's like $1,500 to win. It was like $60 to enter. So like we figured why not. We were kind of a little close on time. We left our house at 4:45. Went to pick up my trailer, and we got in here right as they were calling top to the lanes. So came in. I thought I was gonna miss the time run. I warmed the car up in the lanes, cooled the car off in the lanes, and went me my first pass. And yeah, so not too bad. It went a 6:22, which is the fastest it's ever been, at 109, 133 60 foot, and I short shifted it. I short shifted it to second by accident, and so I just short shifted a little bit early to third, but not too bad. I'm gonna attach a clip of like me going over the valve train a little bit. It's kind of short. Just walked you through a little bit more of the time slip, but yeah, it's a really nice track. First time here. I like it here. Still kind of leaning towards US 13 because it's like an hour closer, but I'll tell you, I don't mind coming and racing here. So it's just a shame still losing ACO, but it's a really nice track, and it would be cool if it switched out NHRA and it joined our Division 1 circuit, but that's probably not going to happen. So yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the race. Supposed to have one more time shot, then go into eliminations, but yeah, I'm just happy it went 6:22, so not bad for a little small block, but stay tuned. So, taking the valve covers off, we just did the driver's side. We're checking the passenger side after that first run because it sounded a little loose, but we had a little bit more clearance in the back too on the passenger side, which is where it sounded like it was coming from, but we're gonna check the driver's side just to be safe. This thing takes forever to get off. But yeah, so fastest it's ever went, 6:22.0, and I short shifted it. I shifted it like 72 instead of like 77, 78, which honestly it probably would have went to 8 today, but finally. Yeah, so not too bad, so we'll keep them in the loop. So yeah. gas. Not too bad. That was our last time shot. It went at 6:24 at 109. Again, I was 005. It was a good run. I staged it a little bit warmer because there were like 2 like pauses in front of me where I had to shut the car off because one guy had an issue, so he pulled over, and then the next guy, like right in front of me, he went and like he did like this monster wheelie. Car came down, got back on the gas, went up again, and like he carried the tires too. Like it was wild. And yeah, so he came down, all he saw was sparks, so like he pulled over and he ended up driving it off. But because of that, I stationed about like 5-ish degrees warmer. But yeah, so my other station said I should have slowed up 14, slowed up 22 for me, but could have also been staging a little bit warmer or switching lanes. But I also shifted a little bit higher, so it could have been that too. But yeah, I mean, getting ready for first round, so still pretty consistent, and we'll keep moving on. So back from first round, luckily it worked out. I was in the lanes, I was like really tired, so I should have popped another V12, but I left my V12 at home. So luckily I had amino acids in my car, but I took that after first round. So anyway, I was in the lanes, and a really cool thing happened. This guy, he walked up, he looks at my car, and he walked forward, looked at the car. I'm like, look at him, and he walked back, looked at the window, walked back, looked at the car, and then he came back, and I rolled the window down, and he's like, I love your videos. I'm like, that was cool. That made me feel special because nobody's ever complimented my videos before. So I don't even know if I'm doing stuff that you guys will like. So definitely tell me if I'm doing definitely tell me if I'm doing stuff that you guys like, because nobody tells me anything. So that made me happy. So of course, all I could think about when I'm about to go out for first round is well, now I really can't suck. I think that all the time, but I'm I really can't suck. So trying to get my head clear. I let go. I knew I missed it a little bit. Personally, I thought I was later than I was, but I came up 31, which isn't bad considering I added 4th out from my last pass. I thought I was later than 31, to be completely honest with you. So not hideously late, but I just knew it wasn't how I hit it in the first 2 passes. Hence drinking some amino acids now. But yeah, so I couldn't find him. I looked back, and he was a few feet back from the back end of my car. So I pedaled it a little bit. Well, first I lifted, then I got back in it, and then he still wasn't there, so I pedaled it a little bit, and I got a 626. It went a 626.7. All out, I think it was going to 624.0. That's what my math takes me out to be. I saw a couple people break out before I went out, so I knew it might be a little bit faster than the weather station was reading, so I mean, clearly. But yeah, so on to round 2. Hopefully I have a little bit more energy now, because I want to take the layout and then go ride. So I just gotta wake up. That's my problem. We've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, so I just gotta wake up. That's all. But yeah, we'll keep it going for round 2. Oh, and I have to say one more thing. Everybody picks on Fords, but like, I haven't seen a slow Ford since I've been here. I think the slowest Ford I've seen in the 8th mile has been like 720. Like, the majority of them, high 5s, low 6s, like 16s. Like, honestly, I'm one of the slowest cars in Super Pro. So there's that. One of the slowest ones. There were a couple 7-second ones in there, and then I think I saw like one 645. I didn't walk like the whole lane. But everybody picks on Fords, but these cars are fast. Like, these cars are really fast here. And I don't want to hear it's the air, because like, yeah, it is the air, but like, it's not like 2 tenths worth, 3 tenths worth of air. So yeah, these cars are fast. Like, everybody picks on them, but I gotta say, for like the little cubic inches, these things are moving. I know there's a couple big blocks here, but they're Ford powered, so that's pretty cool. So I just think it's cool that they're moving. I'm an anybody thing. I don't mind Chevys as long as the valve cover matches the body. But deep down I'm 4 person, and it's cool to see fast Fords here. So yeah, had to add that in.
Driver in, wing on road and build the loop. Boston in, rocking, finally like pretty down there. 420 of the lead goes.
Definitely more cars, one in the left lane than the right. So the guy had to like come around to run me. I didn't know if I was gonna have to pull around, but yeah. So I was 17. I thought I was a little bit better than that on the tree, but I was 17. He was 12. He was down to 740. I caught him kind of early, but like it's kind of weird for me to like chase because I'm not used to being the faster car, and it's kind of dark here. But I caught him early. I lifted, went past him, and I got a 625. I went to 629. So I was going dead on again. I was gonna run a 625, and he was 8 over. He had me on the tree. He was 12. I was 17. So that was a good race. I don't know if he just slowed up or what, but yeah. So moving on to round 3, so we'll keep in the loop. the semifinals. I didn't do a third round update because as soon as I got back and I put the car on the charger, took a sip of water, walked the run, they're like, we're missing one car in top. And I'm like, okay, that one car is me. So basically what happened third round, I had lane choice, so I picked the left lane. I was 006, he was 86. I lifted, but I still like went like really fast, but luckily he went faster than me because I pulled the shift point down. So I dialed, okay, backtrack, dialed up for third round, but because the car's been slowing up, and we're trying to figure out why, because it's like, is it too cold, like what is it? And so I dialed up and I accidentally shifted a little bit early to second because I don't have a tack light in the car. It's burned out, so I'm just going by ear, and I pulled it too early. And so the car went like a 625, and it was going like a 624.8, a 624.9, something high like that. So I only scrubbed like 6 thou or something like small like that. And like luckily he was going like way under. So came back for the semifinals. Again, I pulled in, everybody was there because they're all on alcohol, so they made their pass, went right back to the lanes. He had lane choice, so he went to the left lane. I was 13, he was 14. I accidentally went back to my habit and shifted to second normal. So, because, I'll circle back to that. Shifted to second normal, so then I pulled the shift point to third down. I'll explain why. And I lifted too late and double breakout. I went like a 623 on a 628, which I'll circle back to that later. He was 14, out by 1 thou. There really wasn't anything I could have done. I could have got behind and hoped that he didn't scrub off that 1 thou. So if he scrubbed off that 1 thou, then I would have needed to be dead zero to beat him, and there really wasn't a whole lot I could have done. So basically, we were worried that we had a couple of theories. We were worried about the car slowing up, like is something wrong with the car? There's not anything wrong with the car. Because like it was slowing up from the 60, it was slowing up from the 330, and we were like trying to figure out why. So we're like, is the track going away? But I really wasn't spinning, but like we were just trying to figure it out. So what we came up with is we were consistent in the first 2 time runs for the most part. It moved about what it was supposed to move, just less 6 thou, or more 6 thou. So what happened basically was it got really cold here. And it got cold fast. So when we got into eliminations and the temperature started dropping as fast as it was dropping, it was causing my car to go super lean. Now it's not lean popping, there's no issue there, but I guess because it was running out of fuel, which I mean I could hear it in third, but when you're running eliminations, you're focused on looking for the other guy, finding the spot, shifting to third. So basically what happened was, since it was running lean and I was shifting higher, it was slowing the car down. So when I shifted lower, it wasn't running out of fuel then. So yeah, it didn't put as much load on the engine basically. So that's why I had an inconsistent car today. So now things make sense. But yeah, so this is our last race. We might go to Bradenton for the New Year's Nationals in December. I think I talked that into going. We'll see. I think I did. But yeah, I mean, at least I'm ending with a semifinal finish. A track I've never been at. So after we replace that trans brake, the wind lights have been coming on. So kind of kicking myself for not replacing that solenoid 2 years ago. But yeah, here we are. So stay in the loop for if we go to Bradenton, and then plan is we're going to put this thing on the dyno and we're going to test it with the carburetor that's on now, and then we're going to put a different carburetor on it, see if it picks up a little bit of power. I don't know if it will. It's kind of a massive carburetor, but we'll see. We might show you that, maybe. Then hopefully have the engine out in 2 weeks, and plan is to put new bearings and new piston rings in it. I mean, it only has about, the engine itself only has about like 120 passes on it, but we reuse the rings and the bearings, so we'll put new rings and bearings in, and then we'll rebuild my 347 as a backup. So that'll give us some off-season content until Bradenton. Because now that Dad's here, if I say it enough, it'll become a thing. Hopefully. So, yeah. So, stay in the loop. Thanks for following us all year. And we'll see you guys soon.